Sometimes we give up in life, we lose hope, and all we see is darkness. But someone can reach out to you in that dark moment and give you happiness, give you a chance to smile again, a second chance to see a brighter future.
Kibera, home to almost 1 million Kenyans, it is one of the world's largest informal settlements, with a population living under harsh conditions and with whose income is less than $1 a day. But it is here where we tell the story of a few citizens making a difference in a community, rising from years of darkness, lost hope, and despair. This is a story about how these citizens, some being victims and heroines, give the unfortunate and the vulnerable a second chance in life. Miss Benta Agola is a woman whose smile and pleasant nature will make anyone feel at ease.
I'm a mother of 6. I'm 43 years. I knew my status in the year 2000 when I was expecting my 4th child, who is now in Form 1. The government had launched a mandatory test for the mothers who are expecting at that time. We got our medication and we carried them to Pumwani where we delivered. That medication you are given, the mother takes well in labor, and then the baby is given some syrup. And that was all. But we weren't given formula for the children. So we were a little bit tormented. The kids would be positive. But I thank God. She turned negative. I tested her at 6 months. She was okay. And she was still on breast milk until 3 years.
It is through Malaika Africa that we were able to reach her and get her story. And beyond her pleasant nature is a woman who has gone through what pop culture refers as being to hell and back.
I used to be a nursery school teacher, so I took her with me to school. And she was still on breast milk. And when I decided to tell my employer that I'll be going to take my drugs, she threw me out of school with her. So I was back home with my child, and she kept on asking me, "Mami, sitaenda shule tena. Sasa tumefukuzwa na wewe." And I felt low in my spirit, and I felt so bad.
Through Julie Hope, which is a daycare camp school, Benta too gives children born with HIV and AIDS and whose parents are afflicted by this scourge a second chance. And the daycare, like Benta, has become a long way since its inception.
How many days do we stay at home?
We stay at home for 2 days in a week.
In 2009, I decided to start up a school just in my house, a daycare. Most parents that I could get were positive like me. So I decided to educate them as well, refer them for medication, and I've been having kids who are positive and negative. So the ones that are positive, we take them to Leatoto and Coptic Church Hospital, and also MSF Belgium. And so far, we are doing well. 2 in my school here are positive. 1 is in Leatoto, 1 is in Coptic Church Hospital. I stay with them, they take medication, and they are encouraged because they see me take the same bottles with them.
Benta is a role model to these children and her care. Thanks to the free medication that the government gives, it makes their living more bearable and gives Benta enough time to concentrate on her core duty of molding these young minds under her care. The daycare has challenges too.
We have challenges at times. Food, we go out there to look for food. Hope Alive campaign is giving us a cup of uji and also a plate of lunch, but at times it's not enough. So we are asking well-wishers to come chip in. So we thank the government for that initiative of preventing the kids from getting HIV and AIDS.
And despite the efforts of some organizations and clubs who give the daycare donations and moral support, much still needs to be done in order to fulfill the overall goal of giving them a second chance. Throughout the visit to Julie Hope, we also met her family, and they too are survivors in this harsh life of Kibera. We talked to Ashley Achieng, a student at Embakasi Girls High School. Ashley, like her mother, smiles effortlessly and can make you feel good by her charming nature. Ashley did spare her time off her busy schedule to talk to us, and this is her exclusive story just before she left for school at the end of her midterm break.
I went to studying at Red Rose and my mom was a teacher there. So one day
I used to study at Red Rose School where my mom was a teacher. One day I was involved in a fight with a fellow pupil whom I beat. The child cried and reported me to the headmaster. The head teacher threw us out of the school due to fear of me infecting other pupils. My mother then looked for another school and a sponsor. I was stigmatized, yet I was not HIV positive. I felt so sad.
tulikuwa stigmatized na mimi I wasn't treated positive.
Though sad and heart-rending, both Ashley and her mother Benta are still soldiering on, knocking down the obstacles and making lemonade out of every lemon life throws at them. Even the formidable enemy, the dreaded HIV virus, isn't going to stop Benta from doing what she does best, teaching.
This is my 16th year and I hope to live for 40 more years. Because I'm 43 until it is something. Because the drugs are there. It's only opening up and going to take them.
I appreciate my mom by working hard in school so that she gets motivated to pay my fees. My mother knows that I want to be a doctor and she knows that I will help her.
It is not only in Bombolulu where we got the resilient and the never say die attitude of the people giving children a second chance in life. We hit the road once again towards Silanga, where our next stop was Nuru Daycare and Rescue Center. Once again, thanks to Malaika Africa in conjunction with the Jonah Mugo, also known as Masha, we were able to get the story behind this center and how they too give children and mothers a second chance. One of these passionate souls is the lovely couple, Mr. and Mrs. Obed.
This program of caring for children, I started in 2009, and the reason was because there were many street children who were loitering and adopting very bad habits, so I decided to bring them closer to God and change their lifestyle.
We have had kids that have been loitering around, others are dropouts, while others go to hustle in order to help their mothers, who are single mothers, bring food to the table. Some mothers leave their kids, who are often hungry, while other mothers go to their children to gather plastics to sell just to get money to buy food.
Together with a small but dedicated staff which includes men, a few volunteers and the Malaika Africa duo of James Apollo and Cindy Mukami, we had the opportunity to have lunch with the children. When these children have had their meal, it is time for their afternoon nap. This gave us an opportunity to talk to the other mothers who have had the children hosted in this facility. They clearly have faith in the pastor and his wife, whom they speak highly of. One of such women told us exactly why they love Nuru Daycare and how it helps her.
My name is Sarah or Mama Oscar. This daycare has been of great help to us because we go looking for jobs at South Sea. You can wake up around 10 a.m. and bring your kid here because the pastor will have to provide them with all meals, and those who use Pampers are provided for. There are also opportunities for those kids under the age bracket that need to use them.
Imesaidia watu wengi sana. Nikiwa mmoja wao, juu kama mimi Joan, sina job.
It has helped us a lot because when I find a place to hustle, I go and leave the child here, and the child is well taken care of, from food to diapers. I thank Pastor Obed for this daycare because when we go hustling, it is never guaranteed that you will be fortunate to find a job. But what we are sure of is that the child is safe and happy. Sometimes the pastor is brought clothes and he gives them to our kids since we do not have jobs. Sometimes at home there is no food, but here in the daycare the kids are given food, and it's not a must to carry your porridge or tea since everything is in this baby care.
At Nuru Daycare, we also met Jomba, a former street boy who was rehabilitated by Pastor James Center. Jomba had lost hope in life and had resigned to life in the streets.
My name is Jomba Brian Ochieng. I met Pastor James when I was a street child. He took me in and gave me food. My mother then got employed. Life has not been easy. I used to come here and get food. The pastor, together with his friend Timothy, sponsored my education, but I was expelled from school because my fees couldn't be paid, because Timothy was not around.
Currently, Jomba doesn't go to any school, but if he gets sponsorship, he pledges to go back. But without the support of the local community stars like John Mugo, popularly known as Marsha, this facility will have probably gone unnoticed. Marsha links up with Malaika Africa to create awareness and even rallies fellow artists who, together with Malaika Africa, visit the facility, bringing the much needed foodstuffs among others. Marsha, being a consummate artist, gave us a glimpse of his various works and a few notes of his songs too.
Kata tu story nikiwambia sorry because hatuko ready kushika wanyama pori, ilhali hawa wanyama wajenjoy kinyama, wakikatiana watu letea lawama. Yo, what's up? My name's Marsha. Basically I'm a musician, so sometimes I go to perform. When I go to perform, first of all, when I give someone my introduction of who I am, I always tell them of what I do. Basically I engage myself much more in community social work, community volunteering work, whereby sometimes I even invite them to come and pay a visit to a place like this without even having anything to give. At first they can come and assess the situation, then maybe next time they can come with maybe 1 or 2 flowers. They come and they give out to this kid and they're being fed. So interacting with some different groups that do charity. Also, like Kenyatta University, there's a time that they came here and they donated food, yeah? And also there's another group known as Haba na Haba Charity Tours. They've ever come here, and we're expecting more people and more groups to come, as in it can be a movement. It's only okay. I can say that since I've grown here in Kibera, my own focus is not only here in Kibera. You can even go somewhere else and do charity, yeah.
And when the day breaks, some children live with their mothers and others await for their turn to leave, only to be brought back when their mothers go out to hustle for the day. Nuru Daycare and Rescue Center, according to the couple, requires support both financially and through material. This is to ensure that they, like Julie Hope, will not stop providing the much needed relief it does to the community.
I would love if it's helping us with the children. The first and most important help will be to get place where we could build a structure for the children, because this place belongs to someone and we are paying for it. And sometimes we are unable and we have threats of closure. So we'll appreciate if we could get a place of our own, food and clothing for the children, and even be able to get more workers.
When I travel back from home, I ensure that I carry enough love for the kids and their parents. I will urge everyone to support and help these kids. They can share anything with them, from rice, maize flour, anything. That may God bless you abundantly.
Before we departed from Kibera, it was evident that Kibera is indeed rising, that it doesn't need sympathy or the glamour of having to host high-profile guests who later pose for pictures and give those interviews for the TV crews waiting by. What they need is support, for it is through the actions of such exceptional men and women in groups and societies such as Malaika Africa, Julie Hope and Nuru Daycare that give proof to the old saying that charity begins at home. With this support, other groups in Kibera, not only those featured in this documentary, will continue giving children a second chance in life.
We're really aiming at giving hope to the vulnerable children who never got access to the privileges that some of us had. So we call upon everyone to come and join us as we help these children, and let's get blessed together. Thank you.
Our work is to also ensure that as they find these other needs mentally, they are also capable, and emotionally, they are also capable to socialize with others.
It's all about sharing love, giving hope and giving opportunities, because these kids are the future and we should build a brighter and better tomorrow for them.
You can look at our website www.malaikaafrica.org and Facebook also at Malaika Africa.
Basically, our main goal and vision is to impact, is to influence, is to empower and to enable these kids. Because we are Malaika Africa.
Itakuwa ngori boss. Mwisho wa story nasema hulala, kumsifu kazi hakuna kulala, amenipa mavazi na chakula, niko fresh, niko cool, niko hulala, azigari ya majeshi yako hulagaya, tumekubaliana devo izalaya, na safari yetu bado tutafika Ulaya, hii sio movie ya Peter Pan, juu Bwana Yesu ako katika